The Galactic Council chamber fell silent as Commander Vexthor's laughter echoed through the crystalline halls. The towering Crithian warrior, standing nearly 8 feet tall with scales that shimmered like polished obsidian, couldn't contain his amusement at the human delegates before him. "Let me understand this correctly." Vexthor wheezed between chuckles, his translator struggling to convey his mirth. "Your weapons require physical projectiles? You carry additional mass just to make your guns function?" Lily Chen, the human ambassador, stood perfectly still, her dark eyes betraying nothing. Beside her, Liam Torres, humanity's military liaison, maintained his parade rest position, jaw tight. They had expected this reaction. Every species in the galaxy had moved beyond kinetic weapons millennia ago. Energy weapons were the standard: plasma rifles, particle beams, photon disruptors. Clean, efficient, elegant, and there stood humanity still using bullets. "That is correct, Commander," Lily replied evenly. "Our primary infantry weapons utilize chemically propelled metal projectiles." The chamber erupted. Delegates from a dozen species chittered, buzzed, and vocalized their disbelief. The insectoid Zrix representative clicked her mandibles in what passed for laughter among her kind. Even the usually stoic Morphean observer, a being of pure crystallized thought, pulsed with colors that suggested amusement. "Primitives," hissed the serpentine Salith ambassador. "You bring Stone Age technology to the stars and expect to stand among us?" Liam's knuckles whitened, but Lily placed a gentle hand on his forearm. "Not yet. Perhaps a demonstration would be informative," she suggested calmly. Vexthor's eyes, all 4 of them, gleamed with predatory interest. "A demonstration? Oh, this I must see. Very well, human. Show us these bullets." The combat arena was designed for council tournaments, a sprawling, kilometer-wide space with variable terrain. Vexthor had insisted on loading it with advanced combat drones, Crithian war machines that had conquered 17 systems. 20 of them now stood in formation, their plasma cannons charging with an ominous whine. 20 drones, Vexthor announced proudly, each capable of reducing a light vehicle to slag in 3 seconds. "Surely your human will need an army to face them." "Just Liam will be sufficient," Lily said. The Crithian's laughter returned, louder than before. "One human? With his primitive projectile thrower? This isn't a demonstration, it's a funeral." Liam stepped into the arena, carrying nothing but his standard-issue rifle and a single spare magazine on his belt. The weapon looked absurdly simple compared to the elegant energy weapons the other species carried. Just black polymer, metal, and purpose. The drones activated, their targeting systems locking onto Liam instantly. 20 plasma weapons aimed at one human. "Begin," Vexthor roared. What happened next would be studied in military academies across human space for generations. Liam moved. Not the lumbering charge the aliens expected, but a fluid, practiced motion born from centuries of human warfare. He dropped to one knee as the first volley of plasma bolts scorched the air where he'd been standing. His rifle came up and he fired crack, crack, crack. 3 drones dropped, smoking holes punched through their central processors. The sound was unlike anything the aliens had heard in combat. Not the hum of energy weapons, but sharp, violent reports that spoke of barely contained explosions. A drone flanked right. Liam pivoted, fired twice. It crashed. The remaining drones adapted, spreading out, trying to overwhelm him with crossfire. They didn't understand. Couldn't understand plasma weapons were powerful, yes, but they had charge times, heat dissipation cycles, energy consumption rates. Liam's rifle? It just kept firing. Each squeeze of the trigger sent a 5.56 mm round downrange at nearly 3 times the speed of sound. No charge time. No heat bloom. Just mechanical perfection refined through human conflict. Crack, 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 crack. 5 more drones became scrap metal. Liam moved between cover points, his movements economical, efficient. He wasn't faster than the drones, he was smarter. Every round placed exactly where it needed to be. The aliens watching in the observation deck had stopped laughing. Liam's magazine ran dry. In the half-second it took him to drop it and slam in his spare, 2 drones got shots off. Plasma bolts carved glowing furrows in his cover, but he was already moving. The new magazine seated. Charging handle released. Crack, 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 crack. 12 more drones fell in rapid succession. Liam's breathing hadn't even changed. This was what humanity brought to the stars. Not the most advanced technology, but the most refined violence. Weapons that worked in vacuum, in atmosphere, in sandstorms and rainstorms. Weapons that could be maintained with basic tools that didn't require exotic power cells or rare elements. Weapons that just kept working. The last drone tried to flee. Liam's round caught it mid-flight and it tumbled to the ground in pieces. Silence filled the arena. Liam safed his weapon, the magazine still half full, and walked calmly back to the entrance. 20 drones, 1 magazine, 30 seconds. In the observation deck, Vexthor's scales had paled to a sickly gray. The other delegates stared, their various forms of communication devices forgotten. Lily spoke into the silence, her voice carrying to every corner of the chamber. Bullets are simple, Commander. They're mass and velocity, physics that works the same everywhere in the universe. They don't care about electromagnetic shielding. They don't lose effectiveness in radiation. They punch through energy barriers because energy barriers are designed to stop energy. She paused, letting it sink in. Humanity has been killing each other with projectiles for over 1,000 years. We've gotten very good at it. You wanted to know what we bring to the Galactic Council. We bring experience in violence that your species abandoned eons ago. We bring weapons that your advanced drones weren't programmed to counter because you'd forgotten they could exist. Liam rejoined her, standing at attention. We bring bullets, Lily finished, and the skill to use them. Vexthor finally found his voice, though it had lost all its earlier mockery. The Council may have been hasty in our assessment of human military capability. No offense taken, Commander, Lily said with the faintest smile, but I'd recommend updating your combat doctrines. Humanity isn't the only species in the galaxy that might see the value in kinetic weapons now. As they left the chamber, Liam leaned slightly toward Lily. Think they got the message? Oh, I think the entire galaxy just got the message, she replied. Humanity doesn't need the most advanced weapons. We just need the ones that work. Behind them, the council delegates began a very different conversation about humanity's application to join their ranks. It turned out that sometimes the old ways were the most effective ways. After all, you can't hack a bullet. You can't jam it. You can't overload it, you can only try to dodge it. And as 20 Crithian combat drones had just discovered, even that wasn't always enough. The end.